Good morning, Year 1. So this lesson is for our first maths lesson. We have been looking this week at odd and even numbers, so we're going to continue with that. First of all, can you remember what an odd and even number means? So we need to remember that even numbers can be split into two, and odd numbers cannot be split into two. If we use our Numicon, we can see from remembering from our number blocks that an even number has a flat top and an odd number has a not flat top. Let's have a practice together. So, I have the number 8. Is 8 odd or even? First, let's share it between two groups. So let's double check that we have got 8 sweets. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know that we have the number 8. Why don't you practice writing your number 8 on your paper? Now, we have to split the number 8 into 2 and find out whether it is equal. So I'm going to start off with the first sweet, and then I'm going to put the second sweet into the second circle. And I'm going to carry on until I have split all of the sweets into 2. Now let's count how many we have in each circle. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have an equal amount, which means 8 can be split into 2. Now, does that make it odd or even? It makes it even. Let's try this with another number. Now we have the number 5. Is 5 odd or even? So again, we have to make sure that we have got 5 sweets. And let's share them out into two groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have the same number in each group? We don't. Here we have 3. And here we have 2, so we know it is not split evenly. It cannot split into 2, which makes this number odd. Now, what I would like you guys to do is sort these numbers into odd or even. Now we're going to do the first two numbers together. So if we start with the number 1, we're going to write the number 1 as the number. Now, number 1, can I split number 1 into two groups? I can't, can I? Because number 1 is all by itself. So we know number 1 is going to be odd. Now let's go on to number 2. Number 2 we can see is a flat top. We know that we can split the number 2 into two groups. You can practice this like we did with the sweets. And you could split the number 2 into two circles. Now, we know that number 2 is even, so we're going to write the number 2 in even. What I would like you guys to do is carry on sorting the numbers into odd or even. On your piece of paper, you can draw two circles, one as odd, one as even, and write all your numbers from 1 to 10 into the correct circles. We've also been learning about double-digit numbers and how we can see whether they're odd or even. Why don't you challenge yourselves to see if you can pick a two-digit number and tell your parent whether it is odd or even? Once you've finished, can you prove with the drawing? Can you draw an odd number and an even number on the tens frames? Now, all you need to do is draw the tens frame on your piece of paper, and you can prove it by drawing the correct number in odd or even. I hope you have fun with your maths lesson, guys. See you later.